Hello, AFC. My name is Christian Ollier. I'm the founder and program director of Study Abroad Association. I'm happy to meet with everybody virtually today. I'm excited to share with you what we've been developing for education over the past months and what the future holds and where we're going in terms of allowing faculty a easy, efficient, and very effective way to enhance their classes and to incorporate global education and internationalize their curriculum. I'm just going to do a quick audio test, make sure that everything is clear here. Okay, perfect. So welcome again. My name is Christian Ollier, and thank you again for joining. So as everybody knows, this year was very challenging with everything that took place with COVID globally and just life in general. We, during this challenge, we've specialized in traditional study abroad since 2009. So we've been taking faculty and students all across the globe for the last 11 years. With this year, we were not able to do that. Through that challenge and new territory of not being able to be mobile and travel, we started to develop new global learning materials, synchronous and asynchronous materials. And while we were doing so, we realized that we had developed something that's very powerful, a powerful tool for education that can be used in all areas of study to allow faculty the opportunity to customize their learning materials, their supplemental learning materials, their digital textbooks, and to really enhance their class in an effective and engaging way. It's turned out to be a great tool that faculty can use for online classes, but also in traditional classes in the classroom. So I'm going to share my screen with you and show you what we've been working on. Just give me 1 second here. Okay, let's see here, share. Okay, so you should be able to see my screen now. So we started working on these programs in April 2020, and the first school to sign up was the University of South Florida. The University of South Florida decided to take their traditional study abroad program that we were organizing, and which was a 16-day program, and they decided to make it completely virtual. University of South Florida was the first institution to start, but now we have over 50 institutions across the United States, many of which are in Florida, who are subscribed to the shared subscription model. The shared subscription model contains 48 hours of interactive virtual content, supplemental learning materials, split into 4 areas. The primary 4 areas that we started with are business, humanities, sciences, and global perspectives. The great thing about this is what we're doing is we're meeting with at all the participating institutions. We're meeting with their division heads, as well, deans, division heads, as well as faculty who are excited to incorporate this educational technology into their classes. We're meeting with them to listen and understand what content, what topics, etc., they're in need of. The faculty are really the engine behind all of this because their ideas and their feedback allow us to develop a very in-depth product and experience for the students to help keep students engaged and allow faculty an easy and effective way to internationalize their curriculum. So we have the platform is going to be live on January 1st, but in the meantime, what we organized was through this PDF that has hyperlinks. So basically the PDF contains all of the description of where they are in the world, what they're going to be experiencing that day, who the guest speakers are, etc. And by simply clicking on the hyperlink, it opens up into the 360 learning space. So what we've developed here is very innovative. This is using 360 technology. So basically, we set a 360 panorama photo like this that can be infused with educational content. So you're able to plug in videos, text boxes, quizzes, essentially anything that you want to put, PowerPoint presentations, any of your own texts that you've published yourself, or presentations that you normally use in the class. You're able to simply plug that in here to enhance the class. So this setting you have complete control of. You can zoom in, you can zoom out, you can look down, you can look up, you can look all around, etc. Okay. Now, if there's any lag on your side, it's because I'm sharing my screen and we're online. So, but I'm going to send everybody the email of this demo so you can go through it yourself and you can discover Florence, part of the Italy unit that we produced for University of South Florida. And you can see all the interactivity in real time. It's very, very fast. It's flawless. So just a little overview of what we have here. Down here at the bottom, you have your table of contents, okay? There's 19 scenes in the Florence unit. Each scene contains different educational plugins. So in the Florence unit, there's over 2 hours of interactive video content, educational video content that's provided by local guide professional. He's actually a professor at the University of Sapienza in Rome. He teaches philosophy, art, and history. His name is Dr. Francesco Restuccia. I'm going to take off my headset so you'll be able to hear the audio properly. When you come into this scene, the students will arrive, right? And they have text boxes, they have videos, etc., that they need to go through before they pass to the next scene, okay? One second here. Let me just close this. Perfect. All right, so let me give you an idea of a sample of the video plugins. Now, this all has captioning, so it's accessible to all students, students who might be hearing impaired, or students who just want to have the proper spelling of, you know, different locations around the globe, or, you know, important people, etc. It all has captioning. So let me show you what we've got here. Let me introduce you to Dr. Francesco Restuccia. Give it a second to load. Again, I'm on the Wi-Fi here, so it takes just a second longer than it normally would. All right, here we go. Turn on my closed captioning.
Welcome to Florence, in the heart of Tuscany, the capital of the Renaissance. On my back, you see the Arno River, and that bell tower is the heart of the city, the Palazzo Vecchio, Piazza della Signoria, the city hall. Behind it, on the right, that huge dome, that's the first dome in the history of modern architecture. That's the dome of Santa Maria del Fiore, the Cathedral of Florence, Saint Mary of the Flower. Florence in Italian means the city of the flower.
Right, so whenever the video scene is done, you just close out of that, and then you're able to go into the next scene, or you continue to read the text boxes, right? So basically, we have the numbers of Florence, the population size, statistical information, things like this. But again, you can plug in as much content as you want here. So you can plug in whatever you might be using through your own textbooks, through open educational resources, anything that you've produced, like I said, PowerPoint presentation, etc. You can plug all that in. You can also plug in quizzes. So you can plug in multiple choice, true or false, fill in the blank, or you can even prompt your students to write essays based on the scene. So again, you have complete interactivity and capability to explore this setting. This is incredible because it allows the students to really get an idea of what a location is like. So you see the scene contains three video plugins, each around 2 minutes. You have numerous text boxes, and you have a 360 video. I'm going to show you 360 video in a second to show you exactly what you can do with this technology. Now, before we go further, I want to show you a couple of the interesting features. Here on the right, you have your Google Maps. Now, this is done with Google Earth. It's in satellite view, so you can navigate actually through the map. It's a great way for the students to really learn the geography of a location. So let me step out here 1 second and show you exactly. So you see there's 19, okay? That means that there's 19 scenes within Florence, okay? Now, if you want, you can click on this and you can zoom in, and then you see, okay, I have 9 here, 7 here, and 2 here. Right here, we're in Palazzo Vecchio. You can see the locator. Excuse me, we're in Piazzale de Michelangelo, best viewpoint for the sunset, by the way, if you haven't been to Florence. But right here, you have the locator. It shows you exactly where you are. But you can also click in here, and then you can continue to zoom in like this, and you can come all the way to street view. And so you're able to really get an idea, and you can expand your map like this, and then you're really able to get an idea of what it is like in Florence, okay? Now you can also zoom out all the way to say, you know, where is Florence in Italy? Where is Italy in the world? You know, and you can continue to zoom out like I'm doing now. Just give it a second to load. You continue to zoom out and you can see exactly where you are in the world at the time, right? So let me zoom out here. So we're in Florence, remember? Center of Italy, Tuscany. And I can continue to zoom out and have a whole picture of the world. So I'll go ahead and close this over here. Move my map a little bit, just slide it over. Right there is good. And let's come back in here. Now, very important as an educator, you want to be able to use our resource library. You want to be able to pick scenes that really, and content that work well with your class. So you do not have to go in order of what we've provided through this canvas, through this layout. You can actually come and you can select, select specific units that you would like the students to go through that relate well with your course. Remember, that's the idea here, is we want faculty feedback to be able to create optimal content that they can use to internationalize their curriculum and enhance their class. So let's imagine that you teach the Renaissance, for example. So you can say, okay, scene 3 here, Medici Chapels, I want my students to go through that. Scene 6, the Medici Palace, I want them to go through that, and on and on and on. And you can just assign that specifically. They don't have to go through the whole unit, okay? So after you've done everything within this scene, now it's time to go to the next scene. So you click on your green locator here, and then off you go to San Lorenzo Market. We arrive. Now, every time that I arrive in a new scene, I want to know where I am. So get used to my new surroundings, okay? So, okay, I'm outside of the San Lorenzo Market. This is incredible. Remember, guys, you can zoom in, you can zoom out. You have full functionality to be able to really explore this in 360. Now, okay, wow, we have the leather industry. Let's find out a little bit more about it. You can find out historically why Florence has been producing leather for, for centuries, and why it's unique, the Tuscan leather, okay? Again, you can plug in as much content as you want. The options are endless. We'll go and we'll continue to explore here. That scene contained a 360 video and also contained a video plugin. Here we have an overview of the Medici Chapels. Let's see what Dr. Francesco Restuccia has to say about the Medici Chapels. Remember, I come in, I want to turn on my, my closed captioning. So I'll go ahead and turn on my closed captioning. And now we're going to talk about the Medici Palace here.
We are in what used to be the largest street of Florence. Today, with cars, we are used to this width of the street. But back then, for a pedestrian, this was really, really monumental. When you think of Florence, you think of the Renaissance. But the real reason why Florence was so great is the Middle Age. Back in the Middle Age, Florence was one of the richest and largest cities in Europe. Around 100,000 people lived here.
Right, and so we have a full overview, and then we can continue. Oh, we have a photo here to explore. This is Michelangelo statues that are actually inside of the Medici Chapels. So you're able to plug in, like I said, photos, videos, quizzes, whatever you would like to plug in here, you're able to. You're able to use that to enhance your class. So I want to continue to explore. And I want to show you a 360 video quickly so you can get an idea of the functionality. Let's go ahead. Now, remember earlier I mentioned that you don't have to go in order of what's laid out for you, and you can actually go through your table of contents down here on the bottom, and you can select the exact location that you want to go to. So I want to go to, let's see here. I want to go here to Leonardo da Vinci's studio, okay? Via dello Studio. You come in, let that load. All right, perfect. So, one second here. All right, let's go to Piazza del Duomo. Okay, let me take it back one more here to show you this optimal 360 video. All right, here we go. So right now we're outside of the studio of Leonardo da Vinci. We can click on this. We can find out about the history here. Basically, when he moved back from Milan, where he was working in Florence. In-depth content, absolutely. You can pull from the open educational resources and plug that in. But now I want to show you the Duomo in 360. Now this is shot in 5.7K, so it's going to take a second to load. But once it loads, it's crystal clear. So let's open this up. Now, since this is shot in 360 video, you're able to navigate the scene. Let me show you what I mean here. Again, give it a second to load. So I can look left, I can look right, I can look down, I can look up, and I'm able to see a location and what's exactly going on in that location in real time in real life. So right now, we're walking outside the Duomo. It's really a great way for students to understand what local life is in a location, but also to understand the vastness of different sites. You can use this in business. If you're doing business visits, you can do this if you teach culinary, if you're in professional kitchens. For professors who teach art appreciation or architecture, any subject area, you're able to really incorporate this and have a full immersive experience. Now, by the way, you can use virtual reality goggles with this. We wanted to make this accessible to everyone, so you don't need virtual reality goggles. You can use cell phones, tablets, laptops, desktops, etc. However, we wanted to make this accessible to everyone, but we also wanted to provide the opportunity for an enhanced experience. So you can use VR goggles inside of all of these scenes, the panorama photos and the 360 videos, and have a full immersive experience, okay? Now you might be wondering, okay, Christian, this is great, but is there a resource library where I can easily navigate? I don't want to provide this entire unit to the students. I just want to pick pieces from here, supplemental learning materials. I'm happy you asked. Here's an example of what we have. So this is going to be online on the platform. Again, January 1st, everything goes live. We will have early releases throughout the fall to get faculty excited, using the materials, answer their questions, receive feedback, and continue to evolve this new technology. But basically, essentially, you're going to have a resource library like this. It's your index. What you can do is you can come in and you can change your filter settings. Essentially the same as if you're using, Netflix, for example, and you want to go in and pick your genre, right? Essentially, this is the international education version of Netflix. Basically, you can come in here and you can say, okay, I want to set my filter for business. I want to set my filter for humanities, global perspectives, environmental studies, and business, okay? So you click on that, and then it's going to show you everything that's available in your resource library. You say, okay, this is good, but I really want to do a unit on supply chain because I teach supply chain in my business class, and I would like to infuse this global content about supply chain into the class. So you come here on your filter, and you say, okay, I'm going to remove environmental studies, global perspectives, humanities, and I'm just going to see business options. So I click on that, and then now I've got my business options. So then you can search right here, and you can write supply chain. Perfect. We see exactly supply chain here at the beginning. So you can come in, and we can go to the processing room of the Parmigiano Reggiano factory. We start at the dairy farm, and we go every step of the way through the entire process of the production, and all the way to export, okay? So every step from cow to export. Many of the units are multidisciplinary as well. So you might have business, but it's also really great for food science. It's also really great for environmental science, global perspectives, etc. So essentially the options are endless. So let's say, okay, I teach humanities, I don't teach business. So I'm gonna take off the filter for business, and I'm only gonna look at humanities now. So I go into humanities, you say, okay, this is great. Now I teach the Renaissance, so I wanna be able to search for that. So you come in here, same thing, put in your search box, Renaissance, and then you come directly to your unit here, which provides you endless content. Now this is open education resource. Basically, faculty are actually sharing materials with each other. We're developing tons of content that's available. It's continuing to grow. We do this again by feedback from the faculty. So request by the faculty, we build that content, and it's a continual flow. So basically, the first year we started with 4 areas of study: humanities, business, science, and global perspectives. We wanted to start with 4 to allow faculty to get used to this new type of technology, receive feedback from them, and then continue to build content in all areas of study in all locations around the globe. In year 1, we're featuring 9 destinations. So the countries that we're featuring in year 1 are Costa Rica, the United Kingdom, France. The French embassy is actually sponsoring the French unit. So they have 4 units in all areas of study: business, science, humanities, and global perspectives. So France, Switzerland, Germany, Italy, Czech Republic, Greece, and India. Okay, so those are the 9 countries that we're starting with in year 1. But like I said, we're going to be developing content in all corners of the globe and in all areas of study. So our plan is this. This goes live on January 1st. We'll be working with faculty throughout the fall to get them comfortable using it. We've developed this to be so user-friendly and easy that anyone can use it. We don't want to add an additional barrier, okay? So this is very, very user-friendly. We're going to get faculty comfortable with using this, have faculty buy-in, have them enjoy using this in their classroom. That's the most important thing. Receive feedback from, like I said, the division heads, the deans, faculty who are inspired to incorporate this in their classes. Receive feedback from them of the topics that they would like to use in the future. We're going to develop that content, and then it's going to be a continual cycle. So all of the member institutions, like I said, right now we have over 50 institutions who are subscribed, many of which are in Florida. They are the core. They're our founding members. So basically they're able to share with us their input, and we develop the content that they are looking for. So it's a win-win situation for everybody, especially for the students, because this is a way for the students to have enhanced, engaged learning in a very innovative way that we haven't seen before. So it's really a way for, in addition to international studies and, virtual study abroad, et cetera, this is a way to provide a global education to all students. So this contains unlimited access and unlimited users. So all institutions, with a click of a button, can provide this to their entire student body. Let's take, for example, Miami-Dade College. Miami-Dade College has 160,000 students, 160,000 students. With one click of a button, they're able to provide in-depth, immersive, interactive, global education to 160,000 students. That's never been done before. So this is amazing what we can do to assist institutions to achieve their goals of building globally competent students, of internationalizing their curriculum, allowing faculty a easy, effective, and efficient way to internationalize their curriculum, and most importantly, a very exciting way to enhance the educational experience. So for us, this is what we're passionate about. We want to make global learning available to everyone. This is institutionally funded. So this is not paid by the students. It's institutionally funded. We made it very, very affordable through the subscription model. So that way, all institutions could access this, even during times of extreme budget cuts, like we've seen a lot of institutions that are going through right now. To give you an idea of pricing, the complete model for the 48 hours split between 4 areas of study, unlimited access, unlimited users, is only $4,995 per institution. Again, that's the entire student body, that's the entire faculty, that's anybody with an active .edu email address. So Miami-Dade, mdc.edu, everybody with that email address can access the content. 4 areas of study for only $4,995. Some institutions are starting with 1 area of study. It's only $19.95. You have 1 area of study for $19.95. Some institutions are starting with just 1 city. So 1 city unit is only $9.95, okay? So what I'm talking about now is the asynchronous options. However, you can do what University of South Florida did, and they combined the asynchronous with the synchronous. So basically, as they explored Italy, they went through Florence for a few days, scheduled classes. They had classes on Monday, Tuesday, Wednesday, and Friday. Each day they would do a different city. On Friday, they got to actually have a live seminar with open discussion and Q&A with the local professional or the local professor, Francesco. They had the chance to do a live streaming tour with him, as well as open discussion and Q&A. So you can infuse this and make a hybrid model between asynchronous, self-paced content, and synchronous. So what can you do with synchronous? You can have, we call it live. It's live international virtual exchange. You can team up with a foreign university, and you can have classroom exchange, student-to-student interaction, faculty-to-faculty interaction. They can have group projects together. You can do it for, I mean, the options are endless. You can do it for once a week for the entire semester. You could be a program that runs throughout the entire year, et cetera. You do live. You could have guest presenters, experts in the field from, all fields, basically experts in the field from different global locations coming directly into your classroom and presenting on the topics that you are teaching in your class. You could set that up. You could do live streaming, walking tours, site visits. You can do live language exchange. You can even have synchronous host family experiences, right? So the options are absolutely endless. Something very important that I want to cover is that this is not a replacement for study abroad. This is not a replacement for traditional faculty-led study abroad. This is an enhancement. This is something that goes hand in hand with traditional study abroad. This is something that we've been in need of for a very long time to allow accessibility to everyone. Students who have physical mobility conditions and are unable to travel for whatever reason. Students who do not have money to travel. Students who do not have time to travel because of life commitments, whatever it may be, family, work, etc. Students who are unaware and don't realize what is available to them globally. So, and also in cases where we cannot travel because of travel restrictions, we can still explore the world in a very in-depth and interactive way through this educational technology, right? So all of the barriers have been removed. This is accessible to all. Now, as I mentioned earlier, we started this with the focus of study abroad. We started this with the focus of international education. But as we were building this, we realized that this is an educational tool that can be used in all classes, in all areas of study, to enhance the learning experience. That's why this is so powerful. And also, by using the power of collaborative sharing, faculty across the globe, faculty across the United States, sharing resources with each other in the resource library allows endless possibilities for us to, in a very affordable way, enhance the education, provide digital, in-depth, interactive supplemental learning materials, and to be able to really enrich the learning experience. So this goes way beyond just international education. This is an educational tool that can be used in all fields of study. So basically, this is what we've developed. I'm going to send you the actual live demo that you can explore. We want your feedback. I want you to go in. I want you to explore Florence. We want your feedback. We want your input. And most importantly, we want to know what content, topics, etc. you would like, what you would like to infuse into your class, what you would like to see. By receiving your feedback, we're going to be able to work together and to collaborate to build an incredible learning experience for faculty, for students, for everyone. So I thank you again for your time. We look forward to the continual collaboration with AFC. My name's Christian Alye, A-L-Y-E-A. My email is christian@studyabroadassociation.com. That's standard spelling, Christian, Christian@studyabroadassociation.com. ideas, feedback, discussions, etc., I'm available for you. So just feel free to reach out and let me know what you're in need of. If you have ideas and you want to brainstorm, etc., even better. And we look forward to collaborating with you. Thank you again for your time today. And again, I'm going to send this link to you so you can explore and really enjoy. Thank you, everybody. I'm going to sign off. Have a great day. Bye-bye.